What's going on, people? What's going on? Welcome to United View. Welcome to the full view. We've got the full crew inside. Minus Cam today, actually. He couldn't make it today. He's out there doing his coaching. Do you know what I'm saying? Someone's got to do some coaching around here.
Oh, no. God.
Wow.
So, what? I'm saying, because none of us, because KG's got the Frosties badge FA thing.
I've got
I don't know if Jack's
one. I've
got my diving level 2, but that's not football related.
I've got FA level 1. That's all I got, boys.
DJ's got the level 1 that you can get down the youth club. Everyone can get down the youth club. Pick one up. Owen, have you got any accreditations?
Yeah, I passed my cycling proficiency a while ago.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, pretty proud of it.
So I don't know what everyone's saying, but when I said someone needs to do some coaching around here, that's what I meant.
I felt like you were talking about a manager that resides in Manchester.
Listen.
There's two, though.
Listen. Why would I say that? I just saw one doing loads of coaching. And what I'm saying is, I'm saying there's a lot. Everything is interpreted to how people want to see it. I was saying in this group here, we don't have our badges, so someone needs to do some coaching around here. KG, if you want to take it as something else, that's, you know what I'm saying. What's going on, people? There's a lot going on today. There's a lot of chat to be had. Let us know where you're watching from. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new, and all of that good stuff, man. Where do we start? Well, to be fair, you know, the show's titled, you know, the slump continues. Slump does continue, but a bit of positivity, because as I was saying just before we was coming on here, you know, it is. You look at the league table; it's still early. Good that those two drew tonight. We'll talk about that, where we are in the league going into this international break. But obviously, that doesn't tell the whole story. It doesn't tell it. If you looked at it in a flash shot, you'd go, "Oh, 2 points off task. Okay, decent start." Everyone's been a bit mixed, but we know what's been going on with us. So there's a lot to get into, and Pogba's future as well. Man United definitely confident of, you know, trying to keep hold of him as well. DJ, I felt like I haven't spoke to you in a hot minute. Actually,
it's been a minute.
I haven't really caught up. So, how are you feeling about the United slump? And then, as you kind of exit that, we'll do the United slump first, and we'll do Pogba a little bit later. How are you feeling right now, man?
Yo, flex, man. For everybody that's been watching, I think, you know, in the last couple of weeks, I went from Ole in to definitely Ole out with my full chest. Thank you for the bomb, KG. It's literally just a thing of, like, as you said, in a snapshot, fans will look at this and be like, "Oh, we're only two points off top. Like, happy days. Like, everything's going well. Ollie's doing a good job." But I think, as you know, when we're watching week in, week out, we're seeing things develop in front of our very eyes that do not look like they're gonna get any better. There's no signs of it getting any better. The only difference is maybe the personnel changes here or there. But again, this team of stars that we have just for some reason just cannot get that fluency. Can't get that style of play, and we're going to mention style of play probably about 101 times this evening. This team just cannot get it going, and again, it's just. I think I messaged Owen the other day. I said it's just like every performance we have is copy and paste, literally from the week before or the week after before that, and it just doesn't seem to be getting better. And I'm not going to lie, flex, man, I'm very depressed at the moment when it comes to Manchester United. And that's crazy to say that when we're 2 points off top. So, yeah, I'm in a bad spot football-wise. But, yeah, we'll get into it.
KG, why are you laughing?
Because there's some things that, like, do you know what I did? I've disconnected from football, bro. I disconnected as soon as yesterday finished, and I goes, nah, I got to disconnect because I can't believe it. Like, there's things I can't believe. Like, do you know how long it took me? I was into my show, yeah. I was probably 45 minutes into my show, then I realized, wait a minute. Ole dropped Ronaldo and Pogba, but he decided to play McTominay. Like, Pogba was on the bench, fully fit. That's incredible. We have to understand. Remember, we was laughing about that. We said, "Oh, can you imagine when Rashford comes back? What if he puts Pogba on the bench?" We thought it was all like chuckling and it's like, "Ha ha," and then, but he did it, and then it gets worse because he was actually saving. He was resting. This is the part that I don't understand. He was resting his players for the international competition. Ole, man. So this is what I'm saying. So now I don't understand. Something's wrong Because our manager, do you know what yesterday was? Yesterday was an ego, like it was a message of ego. Do you see what I'm saying? Yesterday was Ole trying to prove to us and prove to the media, maybe the wider fans, even the dressing room probably, I'm in control. With the chewing gum incident, you saw what happened to Donny van der Beek. He freshened it. Donny van der Beek was dropped. Even if you look at it, however you want to look at it, Ole switched up the team. He dropped Donny. But he needed to send another message. You need to say, listen, guys, I'm in full control. Said, you know what? Ronaldo, Pogba, you're not playing. Now, Donny's looking across like, oh, man. Yeah, he means business. Because if it's a changed up 11, I start. Do you know what I mean? So literally, and it didn't work. So Ole done all of that jazz, tried to let us know he's in control of Ronaldo. What happened? You cost us points, bruv. It's a joke thing.
But you know what as well? There was a comment I saw on social media. It was from a news publication, a sports publication. I can't remember which one it was. And it was, I think the headline was, or the comment was like, it was the right move, but at the wrong time in terms of, okay, you have to manage Ronaldo throughout the season at some stage, you know, Wednesday night, Carabao Cup a couple of weeks ago, we did that, you know, sort of thing, give him the night off, even though people said he shouldn't have been on the bench that game. But, you know, you have to manage him. I get that. But wrong time. Looking back, wrong time. Yeah, Cavani was chomping at the bit, wrong time. And you know what else made it worse for me as well? He couldn't wait to get him on. He couldn't wait to get him on.
He's ever made a sub.
And then Owen, I'll come to you. I'm still going through Twitter and Man United updates to see Martial came off because of a niggle. Because I still ain't seen it. When we was recording the fan views, I'm like, I'm not gonna go mad or anything, because I was literally had the microphone in my hand. I was like, guys, have we heard anything yet? Just, you know, on Martial, we can't really be passing judgment. We're outside the ground. We haven't been on social media. We don't know. There must have been an injury of how quickly Martial came off. Looked quite confident, gets his goal. But really, he just could not wait to get Martial off and Ronaldo and Sancho on. Like, I don't understand.
I think that last bit you just said there kind of sums it all up yesterday. From when the team selection came out, from even, like you said, the subs, from the final result at the end of it, you just come out with going, I just don't understand. I don't understand. And then, in fairness, I just watched a game between Liverpool and Man City. Now I do understand. I understand now that we are miles off it. I was watching that game, right?
Oh,
and I wasn't feeling great, but I wasn't feeling great about yesterday anyway. But I was watching that game and I went, we're nowhere near this. I mean, we've watched every Man United game this season. Nowhere near that. Oh, my goodness. I mean, I even sent Flex a voice note. This is behind the scenes. I sent Flex a voice note during the game. And I'm watching it and I was just kind of stung. So I went like, because we hear this. I hear this all the time from like Solskjaer and from all these other people. We dominated possession, or we played some nice stuff, or our tempo was good here for 10 minutes or 15 minutes. And it doesn't mean anything. It means nothing. How many chances do we actually create? Do we actually have a game like yesterday where you go, I tell you what, we drew the game, but we missed so many chances, or Jordan Pickford made so many saves. You can't do that. First half Man City earlier on, you went, I tell you what, how Man City are ahead because they've missed so many chances. They've created so much. We don't create anything. We don't. We create a moment, one moment, and then it gets to the 90th minute and we're drawing or we're losing. And we go, I tell you what, I hope we get a late goal. Oh, I hope we get a late goal. Let's make some changes. Let's throw some people on. And that's just what it is. And I was watching that game earlier on. And I went, I'm just nowhere near. And like I sent you like a GIF yesterday. I went, it's Groundhog Day again, because it feels like every single time the result comes out, you go, well, we either scraped by it or we should have won that game, but we just weren't good enough. And it's Groundhog Day every single time. I feel like Bill Murray. It's just ridiculous.
I'm just going to read through the super chats before I come to Jack, but I just want to say, I'm hearing a different tone in Owen's voice. That's what I'm saying. I've not really heard.
Question, bruv.
I don't need to. Yeah, you're the guy who likes to keep asking questions. We don't have to do that. We don't have to do that.
I'm like, brother, what's going on? How are you feeling? You got to ask questions. See where man's at.
Vishal says, consider this as token money for the group therapy session we have to do being in a toxic relationship with our beloved football. We're all in this together.
I do feel better now.
Wow.
I do feel better.
Do you know what? Big up to Vishal. That's a great super chat. I appreciate that, Vishal. Carl says, it's Ollie's fault. You got long sleeve Ronnie, spitting short, Blue Man City hair Pogba, Champions League Varane, gum chewing gum Wan-Bissaka, passion Bruno. What more could you ask for? Basically saying he's got the ingredients. Why is it not working? And I'm sure I saw Blue Abadi come
he's
through
there.
as usual. Let me just grab that. There he is. Or she. Could actually be a she.
True, you know.
Martial was limping before half time, and I think Ollie said he got a knock. If he said that and I've missed it, cool. If he said that and I've missed it, cool. I haven't really seen it. I haven't really, and just before half time, I don't know, he was just a tiny bit, but nothing. It didn't look strong enough. But usually you hear it straight away. You know, they'll ask, why did you make the change? You know, and it's another thing before we come, Jack, to you actually. How ironic is that we say he makes changes too late, but the criticism this time was that he made changes too early, and in general, just, you know, the changes that he made to the squad and just how the squad plays.
Well, yeah, just on yesterday, I know you guys are saying about obviously Ronaldo not playing this and that. Can we just remember Everton didn't have Richarlison or Calvert-Lewin, and they didn't have two of their main forwards. And I do not care what anyone says. That starting 11 yesterday is good enough to beat Everton at home. It's good enough to beat Everton. And I spoke to Owen yesterday on the match reaction about this because I weren't at the game yesterday. But the clear-cut chances we created over the 90 minutes, you can literally count it on one hand. Like, we can't sit here and say that we're getting in the final third, but that final bit where we've got to kind of be clinical and ruthless. I've just got a stat for you guys as well. Like, I know Cam ain't here, so I thought I'd just come in, but 7th of March this year was the last time we went 2-0 up in a Premier League game. And that was against City away at the Etihad. So you talk about we have been 1-0 up, even Leeds, Newcastle. You forget them games, we were pegged back to 1-1. And then I hate to keep bringing it up, but Moments FC once again.
Say that again.
7th of March, Flex, this year was the last time United went 2-0 up in a Premier League game.
So when did we? Oh, was that the Leeds one?
Yeah.
No, because we went 2-0 up against Leeds in.
No. We went 1-0.
When was that?
No, Leeds was in December.
Yeah,
that was December.
That was
December.
Wow.
The last time was the Etihad. Yeah, because I had to check this morning just to check, but it's been like a mental run of games, and I think even in Europe we very rarely go 2-0 up. But forget that. Like, I just think that the thing that infuriates me most is we'll come on to McFred, because I'm sorry, like any other team, McFred don't like. You look at Guardiola. Guardiola wouldn't have that. He wouldn't carry on persisting with them same two in the midfield pivot. We've talked about it again and again, and I've kind of changed my views a little bit because I watched the game back again this morning. Like, I don't know why, but I just wanted to get a gauge of kind of once the dust has settled after a day.
Yeah, you've got to get some context. It's true.
Yeah, you've got to have a little look at it and just watch the 90 minutes back. But for me, I get bored watching us. I actually get bored. I've watched 2 games today. I actually watched the whole of Super Sunday today. I watched Palace Leicester and Liverpool City. 2 cracking games. I was loving it. I was sitting there. I was watching it yesterday. I didn't see KG's match view highlights, but I bet it was the same. Like, you're sitting there, 10 minutes you're up off your seat, and then half the time you're on your phone playing Angry Birds. Just bored. I'm just bored, man. Even in the ground, I sit in the Stretford end, which is supposed to be, like good atmosphere and all that. And I'm sitting there having a natter to the guys next to me, and we're just like, what has Man United turned into? And I think the whole fan base now has kind of been a little bit on the periphery. Like, I know DJ was saying like he was Ollie in a little bit and this, but I think a lot of people now have had enough. And talk about Ollie reaching his ceiling. I did say it weeks ago, but I stand by it now. Like, he has got a good enough squad. The table is a lie. I'm sorry, the table is a lie. It's an absolute lie. We haven't played anyone yet of note. This period now, it's massive. But I said this to Owen as well yesterday, end of November, if Ollie gets through these run of games, even, we drop a few points, he ain't going to get sacked. I genuinely believe it's going to be an end of the season thing.
Yeah, I don't even think there's a conversation. Well, not that I agree with it, but I'm just saying I don't think there's a generic conversation to be had. No, it's not that Owen says that quite. Let me get through these super chats. Brian says Liverpool City is far fetched. Owen, I watched Brentford and we are nowhere near. I'm saying we're not even near Brentford's style of play.
God.
And Vishal says, Jack here growing a goatee beard as a tribute to his
I gotta get it trimmed.
David De Gea.
I gotta get it trimmed.
David
I love
De Gea.
David now. It's my idol, man.
David De Gea, 100%. Yeah, your apologies had to be loud with that one. Wayne List says, Ollie said he wants a midfield that runs around a lot, and Usain Bolt starts hovering about Old Trafford. Ollie's thinking, can't overrun a midfield that don't exist. Oh, wow. And Sheldon says, Milner clear red card, refs favour Liverpool. I did see that. That was a red card. He got sent off. I don't really know how it affects us, though. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. And then to add insult to injury, I've got... there's some work that I've got to do coming up. I'm just kind of sorting out some background stuff. And it's with Andros Townsend. I rang the person who's sorting it out. I said, I don't want to do it. I said, tell him till he apologizes, I'm not doing it.
Andros, that was the strongest violation. But wait, Flex, how are you feeling about things? How are you feeling about just where we are at the moment? The club. I said in my match reaction, yeah. I'm finding it more and more difficult to basically say to justify progress. Like, I think you can justify certain bits of progress, which I've always been like very, very vocal about what Ollie has done. You know what I mean? Changing the culture of the team, bringing in players that, you know, we like, assembling a team that we like. Yes, with some iffy decisions and a midfield that was still not there yet, but everything around that midfield, we like it. I credit him for those things. But there's only so much you can keep. Well, I don't care how long you've supported the club. I don't care who you want to say is negative and you're not a real fan this and you're not a real fan that. If you watch what we're doing now and you think everything is okay, you're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself. That doesn't mean you're a fake fan because you can see it's happening. It doesn't mean you're not a real fan. It doesn't mean that you're not proper. It doesn't mean you're clueless. It doesn't mean you got an agenda and you want the manager to fail and you want the manager out. It doesn't mean that. It means if you look at football with your own two eyes, and more for you if you've been looking at football for many, many years and you still think it's okay, you got an issue, because that means you're choosing to blindly look at what's going on. You can critique what's going on, out of the passion and the love for what's happening. Because what always happens is when things go a bit south and there's clear things to be discussed. I'm not talking about agendas and trying to get, you know, sensationalism on the internet. I'm talking about genuine things wrong when people have constructive criticism. What you're starting to get now is some types of fans saying, oh, they're all back again. They're all criticizing. They can't get behind the manager. These are the same man. I've seen their tweets. These are the same man cussing players every week. These are the same guys cussing Fred every week. So where's your positivity to get behind Fred every game when you can see he's not good enough? Like, that's what I'm starting to see. And it happens every so often. Of course, when we're all on the high, Viva Ronaldo signs, everyone's kind of on the same wavelength. But then when it gets to the nitty gritty, when we can really see that there's multiple problems of what's going on and how long we can keep up, I think people then start to go hiding and start to try and call out others. So that's where I'm at with it. I'm starting to see things that it's always inevitable. So what about, I'm reading the free seats here. What about someone that says there's nothing wrong with saying tactics are an issue? There's an agenda being Ollie out in October. That's daft.
Because I tell you why. There's
should we go to
continuum?
Should we ask hold on, we can bring that one to DJ still, because DJ obviously he's Ollie out in October, innit?
Nah, I wouldn't say that. But I wouldn't say
Ollie out, but you decided that.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely Ollie out at the moment. I just look, it doesn't take a rocket science to see that this man is limited with his coaching. He's not a terrible coach. He's not. It's just that we have a pool of players that exceed his quality of management and his coaching. And that's not a problem, you know, like there are levels to the game, innit? There's levels to this. So I thank Ollie for the positive stuff that he's done. I always see agendas floating around on social media and that. I try to keep my view strictly on what I have seen with my own two eyes. And Ollie, up until this point, he's done okay, average, but United isn't an average team. So what we do need to do is we do need to sort of like step up now. Like he's done, I'm not gonna lie, he's done amazing things behind the scenes, and I have to give him props because the club was in a mess, disarray, 2018, 2017. And this man has come in, he's familiarized everyone with United and the DNA, and he's brought in good players, and he was allowed to sort of shop and bring players that he wanted in and stuff like that. But now we have seen kind of where his limits are, and we've seen it now. So that's not a problem. Don't even look at it as a negative. It's just we do need to move on from this relationship.
Look, the way I see it is, when Parallel Continuum says there is an agenda being Ole out, and there's a difference. An agenda, right, is where it's set and written in stone, i.e. you have to follow it. Yeah. So an agenda is, even if Ole does really, really well, because I've written it down in my notes as my agenda that I need to, I'm ignoring facts, and then I want him to fail. That's an agenda. Like, oh, I can't see anything, not one thing positive. I just want the manager to fail because I never want him to do well because I want to be proved right, because that's what's written in my little notepad. I'm Ole out forever from the start. I've made my mind up because I never want him to do well. I don't think he has a good CV. I don't think he should ever have been the manager. So I have an agenda no matter what happens. We could win the FA Cup. I would still win. DJ always does that.
always dips.
Man United could win the Champions League. I would still have an agenda against Ole. I was just all the players that won us the Champions League. He's not even good. Like, that's an agenda. There's a difference between an agenda and then getting to October after seeing Ole for the best part of 3 years, 2.5 years, whatever you want to call it, and saying, okay, now I've seen all of this, I've arrived at here. That's the complete opposite to an agenda. What that is waiting for evidence to be shown to you before you really make up your mind either way. And you can do that. I hate this thing of like, you can't like adapt your opinion to what's been put in front of you. That's what you have to do as a football fan, surely. Otherwise, everything would be reactionary. Otherwise, everybody would be Ole out from his first game at Cardiff. Oh, we won 5-1 against Cardiff, or 5-0, what it was that day. Just like, get him out. Like,
yeah, but that's another thing that annoys me. That's another thing that annoys me. Like, loss or draw, like everyone says, like fans that have this opinion are reactionary FC. We won on Wednesday night. We were poor. I saw evidence that Ole's coaching was not there on Wednesday, and we do the same thing. I don't care. Like, we can play badly and still win. And that's
Jack,
and
sorry,
the
1 second.
inconsistent.
Jack,
go ahead.
Let me get these super chats out. Yeah, 1 second.
Let me help out.
Yeah, let me read these ones and then you get the next batch. Yeah, Joseph says McFred have the defensive numbers compared to other top midfielders is poor. We need to stop allowing Ole to say they're good defensively as an excuse. Agree with that. Vishal says, on a serious note, would you give Ole another season with a quality CDM and a Haaland to win the Premier League / Champions League? It's like, how many chances do you keep going and going and going? Welcome back, DJ. That's what Vishal says. Scott says CR7 asks to see Fred's passport. He doesn't believe him. Scott. And Maximo says, Flex, this is a football thing. Ole lacks I'm zoomed in so much here. I don't get it. There you go.
Yeah, move DJ back to where he was before. It's confusing for me still.
Ole Flex, this is a football thing. Ole lacks serious coaching ability, and he has lacked this from the moment he got the job. Always relied on individuals. And there was another super chat here. Dixon says, I think our general discussion would be the same in the next few months at least. No style of play, Ole's McFred obsession, coaching, etc. And that's what I was trying to say, Dixon, about what Parallel Continuum saying. It's not an agenda. These are things that have been ever present. An agenda is just you making up something that actually isn't really there, but you want to run with it anyway because it's on your list. And LJ says, we all love CR7, but under this manager with no style of play and limited tactics, do you guys worry that CR7 will become more of a problem than a positive as we force to get the best out of him? That is a really good super chat, you know. Hold that thought as well. We're going to come back to Jack. Yeah, kind of, we'll jot that one down 100%. And Red Baron says, why does agenda get washed as something bad? People use agendas to derive something positive. I think if used in the right way, an agenda is the positive thing in terms of, I need an agenda so we know what we have to do in this order, like to be organized, and it's on the agenda. What's on the meeting agenda today, KG? Oh, well, we got this, we got that, and we got that. So we know what to do on the show. That's fine. But so I get what you're saying about Red Baron, but some people don't use it as a positive. They use it as a way to be stubborn.
He had an earlier one as well. That said, he had an early one. It's way up. It says 3 years to steady a ship. I think that's in response to people saying it's really quick to judge Ole in October, where he's been there for 3 years. So that's
there you go. It's this. That's what I'm saying. That's not reaction. This has been 3 years. That's enough time for a manager to imprint himself. So I feel like anyone coming to the table now with an honest opinion on where they're at, I think that's really honest. I think they've taken their time to look at it, see it in its entirety. Not saying that people were wrong from the start if they were Ole out after 6 months or whatever, but regardless of where you're at, I think if you're coming to the table now with some serious opinions, you've definitely got a huge sample size. Huge. Sal says, and that wasn't a dig, KG. I was just saying. Like,
nah, it's just a funny. I always laugh at the fact that I had 2 weeks.
Yeah, that was very funny. That will stick with me. Sal says, if we keep Ole, get rid of Carrick and McKenna, #trash. And I think we're good. Jack, back to you, bro. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, no, literally just about the whole agenda thing. Like I've had this conversation with my mates at home, and I think it's I was saying about Villarreal on Wednesday night. Like we played poorly, we won, but you've got to just look at you're talking about evidence, Flex, being presented with stuff. I think all of us as fans don't go into watching United play wanting us to lose. If you are, then you ain't a fan. We ain't sitting there like, oh, really hope we lose today. Like just show Ole is closer to the trap door. Like we don't think like that. I just think if I were to sum it up personally myself, it's more kind of, I just want to see progression for our football club. And I think we're almost we're literally going 2 steps back, not 1 step forward. Like we're not even making them incremental changes now. Ole did bring that in when he first came in terms of what we've said previously in the recruitment side and the even just a youth academy, like aspects like that in the football club behind the scenes. But on the pitch, it's not good enough. It sounds like a broken record. I feel like we come on every week. We're all sitting here, we come on with, all of us boys, and we always have like the same debate. McFred, wasteful chances, drop points. It's just the same thing over and over again. And I'm getting to the stage now where I just get tired of like the outside noise from other clubs kind of bantering us, this and that. We need to like really get behind this team, but not the manager. Like I can't sit here. I want to get back because Martial hasn't played well in X amount of games. 8 months without a goal. I was happy for him to score yesterday. I'm not doubting. I want to get behind the team, but with Ole at the helm managing this team, because I'm excited about the team, Flex. I am genuinely. I look at the team and I am excited. There's a lot to be excited about there. I think us as a fan base need to get more kind of on a match day. Yes, get behind the team, but this manager can't stay. He can't continue being in such a position of authority because he just hasn't got the tactical nous.
Parallel continuum says, difficult to do this from chat. I disagree. Ole is not leaving United in 2021.
No, I know. I
whether
totally
you like
agree
it or
with
not.
him.
So being Ole out in October serves what purpose? ? And before you answer that, Jack, no, Adam, don't worry about purchasing it again. I missed it, so that's my bad. Just drop it in the comments. Whatever you said, drop it in the comments. So I apologize for that, bro. There's been so many. Sometimes it's hard to keep up. So yeah, don't go purchasing another one. And Pranay says we need to ask tough questions to Ole and to put him on the spot. The other day, McFred question was started with a journalist appreciating their stats. He had not done that. Wonder what Ole would have said. Fair enough. And AU says saying Ole doesn't have tactics or style of play are such casual takes. He has them both. The question should be, are they good enough for United?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
What are they?
Yeah. Well, you could say, you could say that the tactics are give it to the good players because they will make something happen. You could argue that's a tactic.
4-2-3-1.
Now,
and
do you know what?
4-2-3-1
Can we
is a tactic.
say, let's break it down though. Let's go a little bit deeper. Yesterday, first half, we played good football. Do you know what I mean? In the first half was like even Fred was doing some one-touch stuff. We were moving it faster than I don't know what it felt like in the stadium, Jack and Flex. But I felt like we started well, and then it just I don't know what like before it's usually 5 minutes. We've upgraded to 15, almost done a 35 once. Yesterday, I would say is a full 45 minutes.
Listen to what you're saying there.
I would say, KG, with that, like again, we played some nice stuff. What did we create?
Yeah, I do agree.
There was the Cavani header, and that was it. And the Martial one, he jumps too early. Maybe if someone like Ronaldo was Zlatan would probably score that. But
but I think Flex said it on his match reaction yesterday. Like the positions we're getting in, Pickford didn't have a save to make, really. Other than that, Cavani, when we talk about the Sancho one right at the end of the game, when it was 1-1, he should do better with that. I said if Greenwood was in that position, I think he drills that beyond Pickford. I just think Sancho might be a confidence thing. I think that was a really big chance miss. But we don't test the goalkeeper. So what's the point in having all the possession and being in the final third if you're not going to test?
Have you ever thought of it this way? Have you ever thought of it this way? Because when you support your team, obviously you're biased towards your team and you're only thinking about your team.
Of course.
When you're not involved in it and there's two other teams, maybe you can look at it differently. But I do try to do this, right? Because I think it matters. Have you ever thought that, okay, we're dominant and we're playing good football like KG said, but sometimes you have to flip it and say, the other team's comfortable with that. Like, the other team's like, they got the ball. Okay, they got it wide. The ball
40 yards out. Fine.
Let them cross it from there. We'll be in our position. Foot on it, goes out for a throw. Defending our lines, we build. Okay, they've got the ball in midfield. All right, Greenwood's on a little bit of a mazy run. Get a couple of players there. Make sure he stops. Let them keep the ball. They go back. They recycle it. They go back to the other side. That makes it look like, okay, we're being patient and we're going side to side and we're trying to probe. We're keeping the pressure up. But actually, as a defensive unit, that's very easy to defend against if you're organized. Very, very easy. And what we're seeing is these teams go, we'll ride those periods because they won't score, and then we'll catch them on the counter.
We do most of our work.
Flip it.
Yeah, we do most of our work in front of teams. Like, that's all I see. We play with it in front of teams. It looks pretty. One-touch passing. Yeah, it looks great. We get to the edge of the opposition box. We pass it back into midfield. Then it goes side to side again. Like, there's just no cutting edge. And sometimes, and we've been talking about moments for a long time now, it's one that, like, Ronaldo might look at Bruno, give him the eye, and then there's a little bit of cutting edge. But that's between two players. That's not between the team. That's not that. There's no team. How can I put it? We're not united around the box. It's just really, really boring, and I'm kind of tired of it.
Just because I think I'm probably the warmest to Ole on this against all the man them. I'll say I'm probably the warmest right now.
Talk us through that. Talk us just quickly. Ivan says, how many wins do you all see in October, bros? We'll talk about that.
I've got the fixtures. I brought them up just to answer the questions. So I'll ask the man them as well.
People happy with Ole being our manager, our rivals? Wow.
That's mad.
I always ask, I always check.
And United Sweden says, been back in Ole, but I can't do it anymore. We don't need a good manager. We need a top-notch manager. And Ole is the one who chooses the coaching staff. And I read that one already. Hell of a lot of super chats tonight, guys. You lot all getting involved. Really appreciate it. Okay. And Robert says here, and it's important to look at this. Thanks for KG being here. There's too much negativity. KG, you're the warmest. You're the warmest.
I'm the warmest head towards Ole.
Talk us through that. What's happening here?
The reason why I say the main thing is it's really early, and I think of how we start. I think of how we start as Man United. Traditionally, we're slow starters. Do you know what I mean? The quote, we all know it in our heads, innit? What is Alex Ferguson say? And I know Ole's not Alex, yeah? Alex Ferguson says, you know what? See where we are by Christmas, then I'll know what we're doing. I'll know if we're in the running that we have a good chance. And that's how I feel. I look at the league table and points will be dropped. Other teams are going to drop points. Do you know what I'm saying? To, let's say, you got your Brentfords in there. Brentford are good this season. They took points off Arsenal. People do that. They took points off Liverpool as well. You're looking at the games and you're saying to yourself, well, there's still a chance that, because we should have been blown out like a couple of weeks ago. We've had a few draws, do you know what I mean? And we haven't got the results that we needed. I think Arsenal was almost catching us. If they won yesterday, they would have been 2 points behind. But it's not happened because I think winning games in the Premier League has become a lot more difficult. So I don't think the team that actually wins the league is going to have a massive points gap. So now Man United is still in the hunt. I will say now, if I get to I know when I jump off the Ole train. I know exactly.
A lot of people are saying, I'm sorry, just while you're carrying on, a lot of people saying you need a sin bin. I was just saying.
No, but I'm saying I know when, for me, I know when I jump off, and I respect that. I know when I'm going to give up on Ole. It's that point where we don't qualify for the Champions League. That's the point where I say, you know what? It's over. There's nothing. I'm wasting my time here. He can't do nothing. Because one thing I do know is we got Rashford to come back into the team. So that's an attacking player, and he's a moments player. If I know who Ole is now.
So you think our moments will increase when Rashford comes back?
Our moments have to increase with Rashford in. Isn't
that the problem? What we're saying?
It is, but I'm saying the biggest concern that I have right now is our defense keeps leaking goals. We can't keep a clean sheet for like love nor money. That's one of my biggest issues is if we're going to be rubbish, if we're going to be a moments team, let's just be tight defensively. Because
You know
that's
that
the
we've
whole
not
reason
conceded,
of
we've
playing
not kept a clean
McTominay.
sheet at Old Trafford for the last 9 games. Is our worst run.
That's the
in,
issue.
50
That's
It's
the
like
issue.
1970 something.
Yeah.
Because I'm not asking Ollie for something too much. I'm not asking Ollie for I'm just saying, Ollie, fix it defensively. The boys that you're not going to coach them going forward. Now we all know that. We've all. I know we're not going to play like Man City. We're not going to play like Liverpool. We're not going to play like any of these teams. Can you fix it defensively? That's supposed to be one of the easiest things to fix, surely. Yeah, he's got to do it. Them men have to come together and get the clean sheets happening. That's all. Because if you want to keep playing McTominay in this way, that's the hardest part. But I say fix that. We're in here. We're in with a chance. Honestly, and it's too early, right? Again, we're 2 points. If you speak to another fan, they'll say, "Bruv, you man are 2 points off top, and you want your manager
I know.
out."
That's what everyone says.
No, but I don't think. No, I don't think they will say that. I
2
don't
points
think they
off
will
top.
say that.
Then, really,
I think a lot of people. And look, you shouldn't really just only judge it off people outside the club, whatever, because it's your fans. You want to keep it inside and that. But
yeah,
I think that's the complete opposite to what people are saying. They're laughing. They're saying,
Well, yeah,
you're not going to win anything.
I would say to that as well.
That's
When
what
you're
I'm
saying
saying.
when you're saying, okay, where will we be by Christmas? Where do you think we'll be by Christmas? If you say give it to Christmas, where do you think we'll be by Christmas?
I think we'll be third or fourth at Christmas.
And on top of that, when you're saying about clubs, other clubs are dropping points, that doesn't make it acceptable for us to drop points, though, especially when we're having games against clubs we shouldn't be dropping points to. Just because other teams are dropping points, but other teams are playing title rivals. Man City have just played Liverpool and Chelsea. Who have we played? No one. We haven't played anyone that's like a title rival. So yes, they're dropping points, but it's at the same time we should be picking up points. Games, we should be ahead of them. We are better in the big games, but we should be relying on that.
Games. So that's a fact. That's still a thing. Until we get to these games, that's the other side. Until we get to these games and we lose, then you can say, you know what, Ollie,
because we can win. No, but because that's the thing about this. This is the thing. This is the thing right here. This is the issue. Ole can win these games. Man United can win these games. And then after winning them games or coming out of that period where we're dreading in October, which you're going to get to, KG, we can then go back to, going to Brighton and not doing too well, or going to Villa and struggling, or having to go to, I don't know, Southampton again, or they come to us or whatever, or Wolves come, or then it'll go back to that. Alahauli says it took Klopp 4 years at his man's Dortmund and Liverpool to fully implement his system. Ole is at the start of his third full season. Yes, I understand that, but there's
this guy thinks Ole can still win the league, bro.
There you go. All right, there's loads of super chats, KG. I'm going to get to them. Hold on a second. Whoa, there's loads. Rafa says KG has a very good point. Pains me to say, joke. However, the best defense fails without a better midfield. Super chat here from Rafa. I've read that one. United Sweden says we have none. We have one, if not the best team on paper. When I'm looking at the top teams playing, I get so mad knowing how we could be playing. We can't accept this. I 100%. When I was, I don't know what you was thinking. When I was watching that game today, when I was watching City make Liverpool look like some average mid-table team in the first half and not score, then I'm seeing Liverpool get a reaction, then score. Then I'm seeing City not panic, go up the other end, then score. Then I'm seeing, the moments from Salah, because he's world class, score. Then City still not panic and trust their way that they play and go and put when I'm seeing that, like what Owen said, I goes, we're a billion miles off that.
But we've got just as good players. We've got just as good players, apart from McFred. But our players, there isn't a massive difference in quality of players.
No, which is why when we play them teams, we beat them. We can beat them
exactly,
teams easy.
Exactly.
Sometimes
that's the game we actually have a system.
100%. Like you said, KG, like you do the boxing stuff. Styles make fights. I used to use this. I used to use this as a thing to keep justifying to myself that we're doing well against the big teams. I don't even think Pep's beat Ole in the league since he's come. I don't think he has. I want to say he hasn't.
Don't think he hasn't.
I don't think he has. A couple of times at the Etihad, we've gone there and won both years. We might have lost in the first year, but I think there's definitely 2 wins at the Etihad last year and the one where I was there when Martial scored.
Didn't he smash us and then we won the
Yeah, but that was in the Carabao Cup. I'm talking about in the league.
Okay.
In the league, they've come there. I think we beat them just before the pandemic, and the one before that, we beat them again. So anyway, what I'm saying is Ollie's got actually a decent record against Pep, but in the context of
But
everything.
we'll see what happens this season. I think this season will be very defining. Again, we got the fixtures. Flex, do the super chat so we can do these fixtures.
Salted Caramel says Oli might go on a crazy run and win everything in October. Amazing. Hopefully he does. Hopefully we do. But he cannot win us a trophy with McFred. It's a repeat of last year. So what Salted Caramel's basically saying is, yeah, he's capable of of being able to win those games. That's what I'm saying. But then we'll probably go back to struggling again. And there was another super chat. I want to make sure I read that. Here it is. Blue Abadi says, I am following KG's weight loss program and eating McDonald's and drinking Coca-Cola.
It's those match views.
Wow, that is insane. KG, we've got to talk about Pogba in the last 20 minutes, but let's do this fixture situation.
Cool. So you lot will just ask if we're gonna win it, yeah. If you lot see a win for us. So first game, Leicester on Saturday, 16th of October. Jack, win, draw, loss.
It's away, isn't it? Is that away?
Away.
Still away, is it away? I'm gonna go win.
Win. Owen.
I think we'll win that. I do think we'll win that one. Leicester haven't been as good as they
were poor today.
Yeah. All right. DJ.
Draw.
I'm looking at the ticket now. I didn't realize I had a ticket. I'm looking at it. I just thought, oh yeah, I forgot about that game. And I'm like, I'm looking at it thinking, do I even go? I'm looking down.
You're going, bro.
Of course I'm going.
Go on, Flex.
Leicester are bad right now. So there's a good chance we win the game. But Man United, innit? I'll probably say draw.
Yeah, let's all right. So the next game we're gonna do is Atalanta. I'm saying it's at home. I'm saying it's a win, bruv.
We'll concede though, but we'll win 2-1.
2-1. I'm saying we win that one. The Leicester game, I didn't even give my answer on that one. I think that's a draw. There you go. Atalanta, everyone. What are you saying?
Win.
Get involved in the Mr. 20th.
Win.
Yeah, I think United win 1-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, it won't be high score.
I'll take that clean sheet. I'll take any clean sheet.
Take a clean sheet.
1-0.
All right, so we move on. Liverpool at home. I'm coming to this game. I'm going to that one.
I can pretty much say it's going to be one of two score lines, 0-0 or 1-1, but I think I'm going to go 1-1. It'll be a draw. I've been the past couple of years. It's not been great. So,
just quickly, Adam says Oli can't become competent all of a sudden. He gets all of the fundamentals wrong. Get me on your show, mate. We'll address it. Like, get me on there now. It's not that early. It's been 3 years. Tell KG it's the scholar.
Sugar, yeah.
Is that your guy, yeah?
Great. He knows his stuff, man. Flex, I need to hook out that guy still.
Okay.
Breaks it down.
With him.
Yeah.
Belly Visual, always do see you on there. Says both my super chats miss. Cheers.
Good.
Have a blessed Sunday.
Good.
I'll save my money going forward.
No, sorry, wait. No, Belly, he said, he mentioned Rashford. He said,
I didn't see that. Where are you seeing that? It's going so quick. I did not see that.
It goes so quick. He mentioned
Visual,
Rashford.
apologies if you're still here. But you know when they say I'm leaving and they are still here, they can see it.
No, but I said good because
Sorry.
this guy he's Marshall FC, yeah, and he's always on Rashford. And I'm telling him Rashford's gonna come back and make the moments, and he thinks it's hilarious.
Okay. Apologies, Belly Visual.
Flex, man, get on your job, bruv. You're moving like Fred.
There's a lot here. I'm moving like you, thinking we can still win the league. That's who I'm moving like.
Listen, I said Champions League. I think we can win the Champions League. I'm still here for it.
Maximo says, missed my last super chat about Fred. Apologies. I'm just gonna be on super chat watch now. I might just let you guys just do it.
All right, let's talk about
carry on.
Fixtures.
Oh, shame. Sorry. Liverpool. Did everyone say it's a Liverpool win?
No, draw.
No,
draw.
I just don't know. Honestly, KG, this is the point. Like every time, like DJ messages before every match, he goes, "What do you think today?" And I always go to him, "I don't know. I have no idea today because I don't know because you have no idea what's going to show up. I don't know." With that kind of response,
I'll say
draw. Prediction today, mate. Don't know, DJ.
Yeah, it's so hard, isn't it?
Do you know it's difficult, but it's the dirtiest run because it's the games are so close together. 16th, then the 20th.
Yeah, but listen. There's nowhere to hide. Look at our squad.
Rotate. That's when you rotate,
bro. 100%. This is when you do rotate, and that's why you could take out Ronaldo and you could put man like a Cavani in. You can take out Sancho and put Martial. You could take out Martial. You could put Rashford. You could take off Greenwood. You could put Sancho. We got options. You could take out Bruno if you really wanted to. Not saying we are or we should. You could if you want. You could put Donny. You could put Pogba further forward and play
Put
Donny.
Jesse.
You've got
Put
options.
Jesse.
Put
Don't
Jesse.
be silly flex.
Got
Don't even
options.
play it.
Hear this though,
Yeah.
Flex. If
I
we're
don't
in
want to hear
eighth
that the
place-
games are close together.
If we're in 8th place, like we're low in the table and stuff like that, that's where I'm like, I'm done. Do you know what I mean? If we start, I'm talking about a title race. I'm talking about being in it. The reason why I can't say nothing now is we're still in the title race. As it stands today, we are
100%.
still in the title race. We're still in the Champions League. Yes, we came out Carabao. I never set my sights on the Carabao, even though I would like to pick up a trophy.
Yeah.
That was not what I was focusing on.
No.
If we start to fall, the gap starts to increase in the Premier League, and that's no longer winnable, I will sound different. If we're not in the Champions League, I'm different.
Enough. Listen,
there you go.
people who have that opinion, like yourself, I don't, you know, I get that. I get that because, you know, not even just mathematically, but factually, like it's very close, and you never know. We can just turn it around and have moments after moments after moments and just be up there. We can do that because we got, and I expect us to not be that far off, which is actually, it's not the problem, but it's something that gives us a bit of an issue in terms of what to really decide to do going forward. Because I don't think we go into free fall and be like 8th, 9th.
No,
I don't think we go crashing out of the Champions League.
I don't think
really
we're in a
early.
title race either.
But I don't exactly. So
it's like saying I could break Usain Bolt's 100-meter record tomorrow. I could mathematically. I'm not going to.
No, you couldn't.
I'm not. I ain't going to break the record tomorrow.
If you do, then
there's no data to prove that you're fast.
Hold on. There's a big batch of super chats. Before we get to Pogba, there's a big batch of super chats. Dixie says most of us know where the problems are, but Ole and his coaching team are so frustrating. That's why we're going to have the same discussion. Abdi says, KG, love your match views. Flex, pick up his calls. Be like Mr. Reliable. I tried to call him the other day. It didn't work. And Adewale says Martial, Ronaldo, Sancho is the most balanced front three. And Sing is King says sack Oli now and spare the heartache later. Wow. Gabrielle says if it's McFred, Atalanta will do us like fish and chips. Absolutely battered and double dipped. Why isn't anyone worried about their attack? Atalanta are a very good side. And I've read that one from Dixon. I'm pretty sure there's another one just before we move on to the Pogba situation. Nathan says, when did you all lose hope? When did you lose all your hope, Flex? It's still very early. Give Ollie some respect and patience. He overperformed in the league last year. Okay,
don't say overperformed. I hate that line. I hate it. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, but what are we talking about? Ollie
overperforming
or the squad? Because the squad should be finishing like second in within a top. Yeah.
Sahaj says the owners surely know how robbers use hostages as shields in their exit plans. Man's talking about money heist, you know. That's what they did with Ollie. They know it's painful for us to turn on him. Any decent owner would have replaced him. Basically saying, though, that the owners are pulling on the heartstrings, that the fans won't really, especially match-going fans, you're never going to get Ollie getting booed and saying, get out of our club or anything. And I'm not saying that should happen. He should have the respect on match days. I don't want to see him getting booed or hounded out or anything like that. 100%. I don't want that. On match days, especially when the team is there.
Fans are turning.
Go there. Yeah. In terms of their opinion outside the game and talking, 100%. Even the most, I don't like that thing, Top Reds. Even that whole the older fans and stuff. Yeah, the mature fans who don't really like the social media stuff, don't like talking, and you know it's embarrassing the club if you air your dirty laundry in public. But these are the same man and women walking to the game saying, "What the fuck was Fred doing?" Like, but don't air your dirty laundry in public.
Whispering it, Flex.
You know what I mean? Yeah, just keep your dirty laundry. Keep your dirty laundry in the washing basket and don't wash it. Let's do that. Have you ever done that before? You got bare dirty laundry. Let's just not wash it. Let's just keep it getting moldy in the basket. Right. But that's what some people are on. I hate that as an argument.
Happens.
Well, I'm not going to lie. Can I just say something? The energy Flex is bringing, like, this is the maddest I've seen him about Ollie. Like, the mad energy he's bringing, bro.
I love it. I'm here for it.
He's bringing it.
You know what? It isn't,
man.
Listen, it isn't actually just towards Ollie. Yeah, obviously I'm frustrated with how we're playing and stuff. Yeah, my thing is that I'm starting to, and it always happens when there's an inquest. On a serious note, you get these fans that are like, they're just like gatekeepers, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh, don't speak anything bad about the club because you make us look embarrassing. Bruv, are you crazy? Like, hold on a minute. So what you're saying is that's what I'm saying. Get the stains on your thing and keep wearing it. Keep it in your house. Make it stink out your car. Make it stink out the house. just because you don't want to admit that there's a problem. Like, I don't understand that. How can you
I get
criticize
this
people
one
for saying this isn't right? I can see something's not right. What do you want me to do? Just not say it. Say it's okay.
I get the one. I've got
that.
this a couple of times recently. I'm lucky that you won't watch Man United play when Sir Alex Ferguson was the manager. Do you think I'm 8 years old? Of course, I watched Man United when Sir Alex Ferguson was the manager. How old do I look? Seriously, I'm not 8. If I'm 8, honestly, I'm looking rough for an 8-year-old. A real rough. I mean, come on.
100%.
I've seen that one before. Like, it's just ridiculous. That's such a silly argument to make.
Freenay says Ole is a hypocrite, talks about managing players, game load, but then keeps selecting the same ones every week. Bench players like Donny Matic, who are not going for international break. Good point. Rafa says AC Milan just ran Atlanta the first 30 seconds 1-0. Okay, they must be playing now. I didn't know that. And Freenay says Ole is like, oh yeah, we've read that one already. Yes. What's that? Ole. Flex is mad. Ole got CR7 playing the graveyard shift. 1,000 likes. Let's go. Let's get the likes up. We got over 2,500 people watching live, which is incredible, by the way. Big up to you guys. Vishal says managers are moved even after winning trophies and kept after not winning anything. You know when something's running out of time. Ole has his work cut out this season. The pressure to win is real. 100%. Yep. The proof is in the pudding, as culture camps will say. The proof is in the pudding. Like it's so true. Like we. You know, like I say, pressure bust pipe. Like we'll see. We'll see. And Sanjay says the owners know how. I've read that one already. KG, Paul Pogba.
Paul Pogba.
We're trying to keep him.
It goes. We're trying to keep him. Do you know what's so crazy about this situation? It all depends on October. It all depends on this break, this bit of football here. Pogba's looking at it from now to, let's say, early Christmas, December, we'll know exactly what's going to happen with Pogba. Mm-hmm. If Ole's doing well, Pogba signs a contract, no problem. If Ole doesn't do so well, bloody hell, lads, brace yourself for the worst car crash you've ever seen. Because in January, Pogba will agree a deal in principle.
Do you think he does that?
Of course he does.
No. Let me ask you that. Let me ask you this. Yeah. Do you think with what that would actually bring in terms of? Because could you imagine the fans? Because the atmosphere at Old Trafford with him still playing games, even though he's got a pre-agreement with a Juventus or a PSG, I think that turns toxic. I do. Oh, yeah. I think that. So don't you think they'll just say, well, if you're not going to sign, can you at least just run it down and keep it private or like? Yeah. Because if that comes out. I'm saying he won't be able to play Old Trafford. I'm saying man are going to turn on him. People are
of course they are. I can see them. People want to turn already. The funny thing is, you need to direct that energy somewhere. A lot of people can't have this energy for Ole. And I'm one of these funny guys that I'm not using my brain with Ole right now. It's just hard. It's hard. I know it is. I'm talking for pure heart. I'm not using my brain.
So when they were saying you were talking waffle and stuff, they were right. And Sinbin knew I should have done it.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? It's pure heart. I'm telling you.
Get him out, man.
Hey, what's up?
Analysis.
No, because do you know why? Do you know why I say? Do you know why I say what I'm saying? Because Ole is actually, and he's breaking my heart. That's the funny thing as well. On top of that, it's being pure heart. Ole's breaking my heart because I know he's going to continue making these poor decisions. Ole is chosen, and I get Lingard. I get you want to have him in the team and stuff, but you've decided the Lingard agenda, or it's an agenda. Might as well call it that. The Lingard ahead of everyone, ahead of Donny. Donny didn't even get a chance to be better than Lingard. He just said, Lingard back from West Ham, you're playing. Yeah, which is kind of confusing.
Lingard's done all right.
Lingard's done well. Okay, has Lingard signed a contract? No, he has not. So Lingard in January could also say, hey, you know what? Bumper deal, I'm off. There you go. So he could go, Pogba could go, and then you're saying to yourself, who's left? Man them now upset, man them now on the fringes. Yeah, because please understand, when Bailly's double tapping Donny van der Beek on the chest, those double taps mean, brother, I understand exactly what's going on.
Donny's gone. Donny's gone,
Donny's gone in January, man.
Yeah. I'm telling you right now, and this is what I'm saying. It could be a total madness. And I'm just sitting here on the just watching. All I can do with my
like you're waiting for it to
fan
unfold.
is watch this shit unfold and just hope we don't get hurt in it. That's all. That's all I'm doing.
All right.
There
Shreedeep
you
says,
go.
as a CR7 fan, I'm worried when Man United fans turn against him. And United Sweden says, Ollie's manager career is like his playing career, having great moments, and that's it. Jeez.
Ooh, that's a bit
And
mad.
Jay Dale says, we'll beat City with a last-minute winner, but still finish fourth. Knock out PSG, but lose to Sharif in the quarters. Just relax and enjoy the Vibes FC.
That is so true.
Crazy stuff. And Robbie Singh said, and look, listen, they went to Real Madrid away and
We
won.
could do
So
that, you know. That's even something that Man United can't do. We could do that.
Robbie says, would you sack Ollie? Would sacking Ollie be a good decision? I mean, can we trust this board to make the right appointment? Just a question.
I don't trust him. I don't trust him.
Did you see that? There was a story, I think, I can't remember which paper it was, but someone today said, well, you know,
Well, we're getting Gareth Southgate.
Getting rid of Ollie could make
Gareth
give a Gareth Southgate. I went, they're the same person.
I'm sorry.
It's the same person.
I'm so glad I never saw
the
that
Daily
one.
Mail. It was the Daily Mail reported that apparently Southgate could be top of the.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Same
Southgate and Ollie are Ryu and Ken, innit? It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
It's such a good one.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Same guy. Seriously.
Oh, DJ, that's class, bro.
Nah, for real, man. Same.
That's
person.
DJ's. That's DJ's best line. That's DJ's best line.
He's
Better than the McTominay Gerrard one. It's better than
It looks like Gerrard.
DJ's officially redeemed himself. Man. He's back.
Hey, listen, the sin bin's cold in there, you know, people. It's cold in the sin bin. Trust me, it's cold out there. Trust me, it's cold over there.
Bro, our manager didn't play
Pedro
Pogba
said,
because he wanted to
facts,
stay free.
DJ, Art and Travel says a Duken.
Hey, you look, we're all stressed. The killer
We're
is
actually
here.
just
We're all
laughing.
stressed. This is literally therapy, but we're all hurting. There's many
100%.
because I'm telling you right now, yeah. That's why I couldn't watch any more football because what I saw Andrew Townsend do to our team, yeah, I haven't even fully understood it and it like let it sink into my system, bruv. That happened to Ronaldo. Can you imagine that happened in
Then he took his shirt.
in our home, bruv?
And then he took
In
his
our
shirt.
home.
That's why I can't believe. That's why I can't believe he does that. And then after the game,
tried to hit the doggy as well. Fuck, man. I can't. If I think about it, I will lose my stuff, bro. That's what I say. There's no brain working right now. Heart emotion only, fam.
Yeah.
Don't you guys think that with these upcoming games, Ollie, this is the thing. I can see Ollie doing a madness share and winning maybe 4 or 5 games out of the 7 crucial games we got. That's hypotheticals, isn't it? If he was to do that, people with their sort of like the wool pull over their eyes, oh, nothing's wrong here. It's great. We've beaten all the top guys. And then again, I think that it sounds mad, but it kind of goes against kind of what we want at the same time because it's just papering over the cracks, wouldn't it?
Just quickly, the last super chat there was saying that there's over 2,500 people watching, 600 watching.
Wow.
And we're not even at 1,000 likes, guys. What's going
That's
on?
mad.
Let's come on. I
Come
get
in
it.
here
Everyone,
eating free food. What's going on?
yeah, exactly. Big up
Road to
Peter
100K.
Yeah, 100%. Let's push those likes up, guys, especially for how much people we've got in the chat. Everyone getting involved. The community is here. I do feel that's why I love doing it because I do feel like this is a bit of therapy. Look, it's something. It's football, in it. Like you said, it is your life, but you know, health is more important, family is more important, things like that. But this is just a place where we can all come and leave those things because we're grateful for those things, and just get it off your chest, innit? Because you have to. You have to, because I tell you, sometimes the group chat's not even the place to do that. You need to do it on an open forum where you can be held accountable in front of thousands of people. You know what I mean? Jack's had enough as well now. K. Armin says, again, I emphasize, Man United got the squad to win the league, but not the manager. Sack him now while he's still early in the league. Because that's another argument, PKG, of, you know, when you're saying I'll wait until we're out of everything, then I'll be like, yeah. A lot of the people's point is, why wait until then? We are still in a good position to hand over the reins. That's what some people
got the
do
Glazers.
say.
Come on, guys. We got the Glazers.
Yeah.
You have to be.
Fair enough.
You have to understand where we are. Do you know what I mean? It's like
It's being
I am
realistic,
sad
isn't
though. I'm sad. I'll be honest with you, and you lot know, yeah. That's it. That's perfect. This is not my usual emotion, fam. I'm usually like, I smile at everything, fam. But
KG needs to get Shadrach and the man them to skate up on Ollie.
Yeah, I can understand. I'm hurting, bro. I don't know if you lot are hurting. Yeah, is everyone hurting, or is it just because
No, I'm hurting,
hurting,
man. I'm hurting. I'm not in a good
You're
place.
being
man. I'm not in a
eroded.
good place.
You're being eroded. You said it a couple of weeks ago. You went, I tell you now, I did geography. Was it GCSE? And you went, Ollie's eroding me. He's eroding me a little bit every day.
Erosion and corrosion, weathering, bro.
Yeah. And you should have seen his face. He felt very smart afterwards. It's like he went, erosion.
That's a word.
There you go.
Robbie Singh says,
Geography.
in all honesty, we as United fans are stuck in the mud. Keeping Ollie or sacking Ollie might land us in the same position. What KG is saying is the best. Ignore and enjoy the ride. Smash the like. Robbie's like, let's just do the vibes, man. Wow. What a show. I mean, Jack, you're Watford based. You know, they changed their manager today. When it ain't going right, they just, you know what I mean, change it up. Chelsea.
Yeah,
there's
but
models
that's
out
what
there.
I mean. This morning, literally, obviously the news
There's
came out about
models.
Watford, and I was like, I wish we'd just follow that model at United. They just get rid of managers left, right, and centre. They are doing it a little bit excessively, but you know he weren't doing as well. They get rid of him. That's that. But just one more thing, just because I literally cut out there. But the biggest thing about the fixtures coming up for me is our inability to keep clean sheets. I think we're almost going to have to outscore teams. I know it's obviously because Ollie came out yesterday and said if we didn't concede the Townsend goal, we would have won. It was like a Michael Owen comment he said in the post.
No shit.
Yeah, he said if we didn't. No, he said I'll have to find the quote sometime. But he said if we didn't concede the Townsend goal, we would have won. There's fine margins. There's fine margins in football. I'm like, bro, what are you on about? Like, please, just stop bringing this energy to the club. And Fred and McTominay are apparently giving us all. You could be really, really good. Like, I'm not the best baller. I can run around a lot. But it doesn't mean I'm going to have any impact on the team. That's literally Fred and McTominay in a nutshell. They run around a lot and don't really provide the clinical. They don't provide the clinical moments we need. But KG, you say I'm fed up. I'm just. It's not even hurting, fed up. I'm just a mixture of emotions because sometimes I'm like that. 95th minute on Wednesday, I'm going mental. And then when Townsend does the worst Ronaldo celebration I've ever seen, like
I think the Villa fans done a better one outside Old Trafford, taking the piss out of us.
That must have been
Don't
mad.
you guys think?
Have you not seen that video?
No, I haven't seen what they're doing the Sue outside.
There's a video of about
it's taking
50
time.
City Villa fans just taking it in turns and going, whoa, and running into the middle, going, Sue. And then some old man just comes in the end, don't even do a Sue, but says it. And just
I'm sure it's not a fake quote. Yeah,
a lot of people say
Did
it's
Ronaldo
fake.
come out and give a
No,
shirt to them like
yeah,
he did
he
to
said-
Townsend yesterday as well? Ronaldo comes out, gives him a shirt each. Good for you. Good. Well done.
Emmanuel says Ollie has retrained the players to play slow and lack of positioning. Hence, the next coach will have serious issues removing the Vibes FC mentality. And to finish off, Carl Rayner says Ollie gives the same responses after every game, like he's picking from the menu of the manager in FIFA.
It's true.
Favor.
It's true. No, it's
And
true.
Robbie Singh says, I think KG brought this up last time. Whatever Ollie says in the press conference, he means the opposite. He praises the player. Next minute, he's gone. We have seen that happen a lot. And I've read that one from Carl. And that Ollie's retrained. And OMGH says, rather have Southgate, who will be judged as a manager and not his, not this club legend, and not this club legend emotional bullshit.
Just piss off. I don't want Southgate at this club at any like no way in no space continuum or whatever, bro. Don't take the
Listen,
Like 7 right backs.
Oh, don't. We've come to the end of the show. Big show, man. Big show. Thanks for everyone who's come through. Thanks for everyone sharing their views. Thanks to the boys. We really enjoy doing the full view. The full view is always good because it's when we're all together and we just.
Well, you say good. We're just sitting here depressed. It's like therapy.
No, it's not. No, that bit's not good.
KG's a broken man.
He is a broken man. He is.
enjoying this shit.
Flex it. Yeah, no, Flex. I think Flex's energy
building the
has just
bugbear.
changed.
He's not
Though.
happy with
His
this.
energy has changed.
Yeah, well, you saw. You can see what my energy is towards. What was going on. You can see what that is, but I'm saying it's nice to come together and
that's nice. That's nice.
But I get what you're saying. This is not that enjoyable. No, it's not because we want to be talking about straight positive stuff. I'm Portuguese. I watch a crap manager ruin world-class talent every time. Now I watch it twice with Ollie. Says Classio. Wow, that is crazy. And Pranay says for Ollie, every team is well organized. If you see his trend of interviews. For F's sake, we are Manchester United. Other teams should be scared of us. Yeah, that is very true. And they're very much not scared of us, thinking they can come to Old Trafford and score at will. Guys, smash the like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. I will be jumping straight over to KG's channel for our OTT show as well. Everything other than football.
Yeah, we might have to play some
talking.
music before we go into that. Before we go live, just to get us out this funk.
100%. Make sure you guys follow Owen. Let them know where they can find you, Owen.
At Mr. Owen MUFC on Twitter. I'm actually trying to post things on there.
Well done.
Yeah.
There you go.
Post some
There
tweets
you
on
go.
there.
DJ, where can the people find you?
On Twitter, DJ Talks _.
There you go. That's where you can catch DJ and Jack.
At Jack Mirko UTD on Twitter and at _Jack Mirko on Instagram.
There you go. There you go. Guys, check out KG's channel in a few minutes.
We're going to be doing the OTT show. Let's go.
100%. See you guys very, very soon. And we are out of here. Peace.